Oh, fuck. Welcome to Cosmic Vinyl. I'm Cosmic Brian, your host, and I'm freaking out of control, baby, and I ain't telling you why. Okay, I'll tell you why. The reason is, man, I'm about to potentially show the greatest haul of records that I have ever shown on a video in 3 years. I've made about 300 videos, and gosh, I'm getting kind of close to 300. This may even, I hope it's not, because I'd like to do something special with 300, but we'll check that out. But anyway, that's a strong statement for having made 300 videos, and I've shown a lot of great records, maybe some not so great, but these, to me, if you like hard and heavy late 60s, early 70s, heavy psych, heavy prog psych, proto metal, that type of genre, you're going to be into what you see here today, man. Sure, most of them are reissues, if not all of them, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of these reissues are even hard to find. So, oh, and check this out, what we're listening to right now. The Brown Acid series continues to flood the cosmic realm. This is the 13th trip on the Brown Acid series here. Man, this is fantastic. One of these days I'm going to actually go through my whole collection of site comps and garage comps. That'll be for another day, and I think that'll be pretty damn cool. Let me know in the comments if you're down for seeing something like that. Right now, how about a little Chig Bug, and let's get this, because it's hot. It's hot down here in the St. Louis area. I swear to God, you have to put on full protective UV gear to head outside. It is 190 degrees outside. And that's just out front in the yard, man. When you get out in the sun, out of the shade, if you're not wearing the proper gear, you will evaporate like that. And I ain't shitting you, man. So I'm gonna hydrate heavy duty with the Miller Lite. All right, let's hammer this back. Let's do our Big Chug and get on with the hot lava records. All right, here we go.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Whoa. Almost choked myself. All right, let's get on with this. All right, first record. Now, I went down to Vintage Vinyl. Some of these are going to be from local stores like Vintage Vinyl. Some are going to be from my trip back to Iowa. But this one was the first of many that I found down at Vintage Vinyl. A bunch of A Karma reissues showed up. And this is Ashkan. It's called In From the Cold. If you can see that there's the band on the front with this like Don Quixote type windmill. This was released in 1969 on the Neon label. It's like a sub-label of Decca that they would release their prog stuff on. And this is indeed prog, but this is heavy prog, like hard rock and blues prog, or hard rock and blues music mixed with like this heavy progressive sound. And it just kicks face, man. This is fantastic. Check out the back cover, the band standing out there in the wheat. This is the one and only album released by these English bluesy hard rockers. Their sound is propelled forward by the growling vocals, and they're almost like Joe Cocker type vocals of Steve Bailey. And also, right alongside him are the screaming, wailing guitar work of friggin' Bob Weston, who went on to be chosen to be in Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, this is friggin' great, man. Heavy psych mixed in here a little bit. But yeah, my favorite track on this is a track called Practically Never Happens. It's a 6-minute track that opens side 2. And it's just got this like tribal hard rock and progressive vibe to it. And it is killer. Any of you that like your prog like heavy and with a little psych mixed in, you need to check out Ashkan In From the Cold. Fantastic record, man. out there. Now, not to be outdone, this is the second one that I found in the vintage vinyl bins. Again, on the Karma label, and that's this Fuzzy Duck record. Check that album cover out. That's freaking great, right? I mean, that's cool as hell. This is Fuzzy Duck. It's a self-titled record. There's the band on the back there. But yeah, 1971. It was originally released on MAM Records. Probably, I think it was like a private issue, because I think when they released this, there was only like 500 copies issued. And the OGs are like super rare and super hard to find. But this evokes like the sounds of bands like Atomic Rooster, even Vanilla Fudge kind of comes to mind here, and even one of my other favorite bands from this era, Uriah Heep. But yeah, there's the band there. Another band that comes to mind is the German krautrock band Jane, progressive krautrock. If you haven't checked them out, they're fantastic as well. But yeah, elements of jazz, funk, soul, and then of course you've got your progressive detailing in there as well. Great cover art, man. Look at that. I'm giving that duck a 9.5 on the Afrometer for sure. Check out the outfit. That is freaking amazing. Actually, when I seen this, I thought, this is friggin' stupid. But then the more I looked at it, the more I liked it, man. It kind of grew on me. But yeah, there's a little bit of even maybe some Captain Beyond in here. A little prog psych in this. But yeah, the Hammond organ work is really super good. Sounds like, kind of like, and I don't want to keep like throwing band names out, but I just get little bits of all these bands like Blood Rock and Atomic Rooster. I think I already mentioned that one. Mountain, maybe even a little Grand Funk Railroad. But there's a song on here. The songs are kind of more upbeat and fun. They're not dark, like heavy dark, but they're heavy but not dark. There's a song on here called Mrs. Prout that is kind of this upbeat, jazzy, funky, kind of fuzzed out sound to it. But yeah, I love this, man. I'm glad to pick this one up too, man. Just to add to that, a Karma reissues I've gotten lucky enough to find. Now this one I did pick up on my trip back to Iowa, and this one just blew my doors off. So check this out, the Pink Fairies. Check out that great cover. For some reason, these pigs became like their mascot. And check out those sunglasses. I love it. And then you've got a cool gatefold here with the lyrics, some liner notes, more pictures of the band here, pictures of the band on the back here with the track listing. But yeah, this was released in '73 on the Polydor record label. It's their third album by this hard rock, proto-punk, hard rockin' band, so far ahead of their time, man. I get such almost like punk vibes from this, man. It's so crazy. This band was away on tour when their record company, Polydor, decided to grab up the master tapes, unfinished, mind you, and they did this like whiz-bang mix on the album. Some of the stuff was put together without even the lyrics that went with it. Like the opening track on side 2, Raceway, is now it's an instrumental because they didn't bother mixing in the lyrics. They were doing this behind the band's back while they were out on tour. I gotta tell you, even a half-assed put together with the quickness, This is still probably one of their best albums that Pink Fairies ever came out with, man. If not the best of the Pink Fairy albums. It's this hot jamming, it's tight, it's tuneful, just kills, man. It's just freaking powerhouse. Just good and heavy rock and roll. The guitar solos are just rich and thick like a pink strawberry shake. I don't know, I'm just thinking pink. Who the fuck knows? Oh, fuck. Just a great early 70s hard rockin' record, man. With this futuresque vibe that gives us this, like, good street cred to it, man. Almost like punk. I just love it, man. But yeah, check this out. Pink Fairies, Kings of Oblivion. Now this is another Karma reissue here. And this is May Blitz, the 2nd of May. So it's May Blitz 2 here. I was looking all over for this, man. I just happened upon it down at Vintage Vinyl with all these other Karma reissues. Check out that. You remember the other May Blitz album that had the giant gorilla woman there? Yeah, she makes a reappearance here. The weird cover art, you gotta love it, man. Looks like somebody colored it in with like colored pencils or whatever. But a great picture of the band on the inner sleeve or the gatefold here. Gotta dig that. But this is released in '71. It's originally on the Vertigo label. This is another one of those Karma reissues. It's just plain old hard rockin' Proto Metal, prog psych, and all heavy. I mean, I can hardly hold this friggin' thing. This thing is heavy, people. I'm not lying. This is these British-Canadian power trio by this time. May Blitz is just this proggish hard rock, heavy psych. It's bluesy, but not overtly bluesy, like say that Sacred Mushroom I showed last week. This has just got enough of the blues to kind of keep it rootsy, you know, the roots of rock and roll is what I'm trying to tell you, people. And then the opening track is for madmen only. Madmen like me and you guys out there. Yeah, and it just sets the vibe for the way this album's gonna go. And then your second track is called Snakes and Ladders. It's kind of this creepy, weird, kind of dark tunage that I kind of dig it. And then you get this kind of this Christmas tune that kind of seems out of place, but whatever. I'm willing to put up with it for the rest of this that just kicks face. So yeah, I get kind of a bit of Hawkwind too from some of this. Kind of some of it's like spacey rock too. I love the spaciness. And also some proto-punkness in this as well. So check out May Blitz, 2nd of May. Man, the bangers just keep on coming, people. Now this next one, I thought I would never find. When I like flipped the record in front of it over and I seen it, I had to like take a double take because I was like, no friggin' way. There's no way I just found this record. I mean, this is like one of the most rare records to find an original of if you're into this kind of music. And I'm talking about dark, round the edges. Check it out. Now if you see that cover art there, you don't think it's going to be too heavy, do you? I mean, looks like just some girl on a lonely gal on a day just staring out the window, wondering where life has taken her. As soon as you put the needle to the friggin' wax, you get kind of a mellow beginning, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then when the fuzz sets in, it never stops, people. I mean, it just keeps on. It's like a friggin' buzzsaw trying to saw its way out of my speakers. This is probably one of the fuzziest and hardest rocking albums I've ever listened to, and I am not kidding. This is so great. Okay, so this is originally released in 1972 on SIS Recordings, which is, I believe, some sort of private press kind of a deal. And the originals of this are considered the holy grail for collectors. When I consider this reissue a grail in my book, because I guarantee you, had I not grabbed this, I don't know that I'd ever see it again, man. So I had to have it. Check out the car there. I love that shit. It's so killer. But this is Prog Psych by these English hard rockers. There were originally 64 pressings of this made. They all had variant inner sleeves, also variable gate folds. Some were colored, some were black and white. But yeah, those are like almost unattainable. I mean, they sell for thousands of dollars. But this is just full of heavy, fuzzy, hard riffing and soloing. It just doesn't quit, man. It's just like a buzzsaw, like I said. There's not a lot of vocals here. It's mostly just this trippy, fuzzy, tripped out jams, and it's friggin' crazy. I just friggin' can't get enough of this, man. Like I said, every song sounds like it's trying to claw its way out of my speakers, man. But yeah, fantastic album, man. Okay, so I couldn't decide which one to use as the headliner, that Dark album or this one that I'm holding in my hand. I think I made the right choice here. This is Jerusalem, a self-titled record here, released in '72 on the Durham label. There's the record there on the Durham label. This is produced by Ian Gillan of Deep Purple. Check out that great cover art, man. It's so freaking awesome. Now this is hard rock, proto metal, dark, melodic, heavy, soul-crushing riffs. There's the band right there on the gatefold. Look at those guys, man. Ian Gillan wanted to lay down the tracks and get this stuff on wax before they had a chance to be influenced by all these outside entities like the music business and other bands and commercialism and stuff like that. He wanted them raw and rough around the edges as they could be. He wanted to get them in that form to get that sound, and he did, man. This is just doomy. It's the coolest friggin' doomy, moody, dark, atmospheric, hard rockin', heavy prog, proto metal. I mean, crank this thing to 11, man, because this thing will rattle my windows, man. This will rattle the realm. This will like knock it off of its foundations. That's how good this shit is, man. This is so heavy. If you don't believe me and you want to check out a track, stream the track Primitive Man by Jerusalem. Enough said. Mic drop. We're done here, man. Yeah, check out Primitive Man. I ain't shitting you. It'll blow your mind and your heart out of your chest. What the fuck? Anyway, this is my hard and heavy psych, hard psych, prog psych prog, whatever, man. I hope you enjoyed it, man. If you like seeing shit like this, stick around, man. Hit the subscription. Also, ring the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up for our hard work, man. We're trying, man, to put together some great videos for you guys and show some killer content so that you guys can find some great music and spread rock and roll throughout the universe. Love you people, man. I'm gonna see you out with one more toast. Yeah, just remember, man, don't eat the brown ass, dude. Just remember, man, we're only vapor.